Hello and welcome to yet another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am going to be one of your co-hosts for today, Spec or Spectral Haunts, playing one Quinn Queen. Almost the wrong character there for about 5 seconds. My brain glitched. And I
Ah,
am joined today by the lovely, amazing, a person who I've actually been very excited to have an FPS with, and life kept lifing. My wonderful co-worker,
uh,
co-partner,
uh,
co-DMer.
co- I
You,
died. I died. A flattery. But I
wow.
returned to life. Hello, I am Dee Dee Flowers, also known as Dee Dee, and I am playing a lizard and a lesbian and potential mom to Electric Boogaloo, Butch Edition, Elaine. Yeah. And I
We
thank you
love
for
our.
that wonderful intro, my lovely, talented, incredible friend.
Mwah, of course. Well, for those who don't know, a little bit of background information. For those who don't remember, Quinn is it got slightly attached to a person named Barbara Wire.
Mhm.
Barbara Wire got well more than slightly attached to a certain lizard,
A
and
lizard. Yes.
through the power of Draft House, you know what this means.
Mom. Two!
What?
Edition! Two Electric Boogaloo! Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have the sound for the foghorn, but yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Trauma. That's why he gets two moms.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he sure doesn't have any right now. Anyways,
Anyways, sure, a lot of sure has happened to Quinn, huh?
he mega dumped someone.
Yeah, yeah, he sure did.
I mean, of course, there's of course the whole deal, daddy issues, stuff like that. But I feel like the fact that AI has really been harping on is he mega dumped someone.
No, yeah, mega dump is a good word for it. Fun
That is
fact:
one way
I
to
saw
put
this.
it.
That is certainly a way to put it, and it delights me, and also makes me want to shake the boy
Me holding
just a
him
little
out.
bit.
Look at him. He's such a disaster.
I love him, but yeah. So Quinn and Elaine have kind of met off and off, like through a bar, and like they did, like on top of meeting in the at the coffee shop. They've done like met at some physical therapy classes because heh trauma and pain. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been
yeah,
working. Been getting better at using his bad arm without
yeah.
having to rely on healing magic.
Mm, yes,
So it
I'm
has been
very proud
helping.
of him. Uh-huh. Which has been good. But yeah, right now they're not meeting up at the physical therapy class. They're I will set a scene. Like, Elaine is working front counter at the Jitterbug. It is quiet, not a lot of patrons. There is an assortment of adorable pastries. Maybe one or two are Barbara-esque inspired because she's in love.
Gay.
And yeah, gay, homosexual gay. So, how does Quinn enter this shop, if I may ask?
Definitely, if it's been a couple meetings, it's definitely not too awkward. He walks in with a bit of ease, almost if he was entering a different coffee shop. Wrong city, wrong everything.
Mm.
And he sees Elaine, and he kind of perks up slightly and walks over. Hello there.
Oh, well, hey there, stranger. How you been?
I've been doing good. You got any more pastries? And he looks at you very knowingly with a little bit of a teasing smile.
Ha ha. Looks like you're a little comedian now. Yeah, I've got a couple. I saved this one for you. And she kind of, I feel like with a couple of meetings, like she knows like his preferences. Like she probably saves a pastry of his favorite flavor in the back and kind of tosses it onto him. Like on the house.
You see his like smile kind of light up a little bit. Are you sure you know I don't mind paying?
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's a customer discount.
I don't know how to explain the amount of just affectionate smile Quinn's handing me right now. Like
Yeah.
it, if he was a dog, the little tail would be going wild. He's so happy.
He's so happy, and we love that for him.
He
And
likes her.
P.S.
She's nice.
He
He is
yeah, she's like, I
unconsciously
love this.
attached.
Wee. Elena's not so unconsciously attached. It's like this is a teenager. This is an idiot teenager. He
This
needs
is
to eat.
well, I guess I'll have a latte to go with this. That
Coming
I
right
will
up.
be paying
Yeah.
for.
All right, you win. And I'm gonna roll a quick insight.
Alrighty. You know that means I gotta roll. Let's
Uh-huh. I
see.
know.
Oh, I am so sorry. Let me.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Her insight is not very good.
How do you like an unnatural 20?
Oh my god. Yeah, she sees nothing. Uh, what if I rolled history? Would that be fucked up or what?
You could.
Like, yeah,
See if she
just to
remembers
see, like,
anything
if
that's
she,
been brought up.
yeah, well, crap. That's a 9. Do you think she'd remember with that? Like,
Quinn's Quinn. He
Quinn is
talks a
Quinn.
lot. He does not talk a lot, and when he does, it kind of just turns into rambles that don't make much sense.
You know what? That's fair. She's like, ah,
Not anytime he starts to talk about real life, it somehow ends up talking about kendo again.
hmm.
All roads lead to all roads lead to
all roads
hyperfixation.
lead to all roads lead to hyperfixation, and she, I will say that she's probably seen this coping technique before, but she's not gonna pry. Like, okay, but yeah, she basically is like, going about her business, makes the coffee, and she's like, so have you been doing your stretches?
I have
Uh,
purposely been trying to make sure I schedule them in during the day so that I don't forget even when I get busy. They've been helping a lot. Thanks again. And his face does soften at that.
well, I'm glad. Yeah, it's tough trying to trying to manage with when you've got something else like hanging over you. It took me ages to finally get into the habit of doing back stretches. Oof. And then I turned 30 and it got even worse. Word of advice, don't get old. Or if you do get old, get a new spine.
I'm duly taking note of that. I don't think I have much choice since emotion self real kind, but I'll put that in the notes.
There, you do love your notes.
They're
So,
useful.
yeah, I'm sure they are.
His face is a little red as he's a bit flustered.
She's just kind of chuckles and like is busy making the coffee and like hands him a cup.
He takes it and slides over the gold pieces in return.
Yep.
He also
Yeah,
takes his little
she like,
pastry.
yes, good. She's like, so I haven't seen you in a bit. Anything new happen? I feel like it's been like almost ah, yeah, I think it's been a couple of weeks since you've stopped by the shop. What's up? Anything I should know about?
So I rolled deception at disadvantage, and I kid you not, one of them was a nat 20.
Oh my god. And the other one?
Was a 12 plus 11.
A
So a
12 plus
23.
11? Oh my god.
What are you
Quinn!
gonna do? Repress it? I'm so sorry.
God, it's okay. I
He's in
have
the
a. So, what is his answer then? Like,
ah, just a couple of updates on cases, helped out some friends on things, got to go visit people. Nothing too big. Nothing too plot, if that's what you're worried about.
he got it too. Shit. Well, uh, God, she's like definitely like I think she maybe not be paying attention. There might be a fire going on in the kitchen that she has to take care of in a minute. It's like,
That
oh
would
well, that's
make
good. Oh shit,
sense.
I'll be right back. Yeah, she's like, oh that makes sense. Oh shit, I'll be right back. So
Go on
what are you
ahead.
doing up back there?
He
And
gives
she's
us
running back there.
he gives a small laugh and kind of steps it aside so other people can line up, and this way he can talk to her once she's done taking more orders after she returns from the kitchen fire.
It wasn't like turns out it wasn't too bad. Probably just like something got overcooked. It's fine.
Tune
But she like
shenanigans.
some shenanigans. She's like muttering as she like returns, rubbing her hands clean as she goes up to the next customer. It's like, oh really? Nothing plot? That must be nice.
Yeah,
Must have been a real vacation for you.
I'm a detective. I wouldn't call it a vacation, but
Have you ever considered taking one?
if I had a nickel for every time I had someone try and send me on vacation, technically this entire visit is vacation for me.
Well, sugar, I don't know how to tell you this, but just going to a coffee, well, enjoyable. Most people would not consider a vacation.
Well, I mean, Inkwell in general is a vacation.
That's true. That's true. Then plot happens.
Yeah, well,
One of these days, oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
One of these days, I'm gonna take you and like all of these work obsessed detectives out on an actual vacation. Maybe a spa day.
You do realize if you take that many detectives, there is a good chance that stuff will go wrong.
Oh, good lord, you're right. Uh,
I have
maybe
never
take
been
them
in a
in shifts.
situation with more than two detectives and we didn't have a murder happen.
uh, that's fair enough. Maybe take them in shifts.
That might work.
I'm gonna roll another history just because she's
Please.
thinking about like, yes, please give me something good. She's a rogue, so she's got shit history. Please, 16.
That works.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
you can probably recall the basic information about why he's here in Inkwell. Considering what the conversation topic is right now, I'm gonna pull the history on that. You could recall the basic information on why he's here in Inkwell, and that he has been more stressed as of recently, though he doesn't look very stressed right now.
mhm. Would that 16 be enough for? Because I don't know, like if Barb knows about the mega dumping, but if she knows, there's a good chance Elaine does.
Quinn would not have told her about the mega dumping because that would
Ah,
mean revealing that our son was alive.
ah,
Like that's going to be the one hard part is he has to if when it does get brought up, he would talk about it if it gets directly brought up, but he's going to have to very carefully play around it to not reveal our son's alive.
ah. And okay, this is me like trying to like. So she knows like the basic, but I, the player, have not been able to keep up with.
Okay, you're so
Uh,
valid. Quinn is here in Einquell for the, well, he was for the murder of Arsène Layton.
Ah, oh. Yeah, that's not exactly not plot heavy. And she's like kind of just, thinking about things, maybe making the next order and, sending it off. And pauses, as she's doing this, she pauses as she like connects the dots. And I'm like, do all can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead, Elaine.
Do all of your potential vacations involve going out to solve a murder?
He kind of pauses before a small shrug. Yeah.
We need to rethink your definition of a vacation. Like, I know, I know everyone's got different hobbies, but that sounds more like work than vacation.
It's fun. It's enrichment.
Um, oh, she's rubbing her temples. Like, hun,
What did you? We both know I would not survive just relaxing around. I'd go stir crazy after what? A day at best.
true, but there's a difference between like sitting around and doing nothing and doing something else that's enriching that doesn't involve murder and people potentially trying to murder you.
Oh, I'm fine.
Hmm, Did did you catch him?
Hmm?
The murderer. Did you catch him?
Which one? There's like a double blink blink.
I Well, I meant the one you came into town to solve, but now I'm curious, how many of these things have I missed?
There's a kind of weak chuckle as he rubs the back of his neck. I don't know how to tell you, Elaine, but I'm solving a murder at least once a week.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, I think you might need two of these. And she's like going to like get like another pastry. It's like, how? How do you manage the stress? It's
uh, he gives a kind of weak smile. Do you want the honest answer or?
He's going to give you a look. It's a oh my god, should I roll intimidation or like persuasion? Like I'm trying to channel mom look. Like,
Imitation in persuasion would probably end better.
yeah, oh boy, her persuasion is like also shit.
Because I'm
It's okay.
sorry, but intimidation leans towards dad.
Oh, that's very fair. Well, that's a 10. She definitely gives you a mom look. It's like that says like, are you doing unhealthy coping mechanisms again?
Again, in this economy, in this server,
Hmm. I
I'm
know in this
fine.
server it's
I'm fine, Elaine. Really, don't worry.
Mm. You know
Trust.
what? I think I'm gonna take a break. Azul, can you handle things from here? And as you hear like Azul's like, oh yeah, 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 I can get it. And then he's like, they're taking shifts like, I'm taking a break, you're coming with me.
Oh, okay. He's kind of
Hmm.
expected this at this point. There's always a 50-50 chance when he visits that it ends up with an Elaine break.
Yeah, no. I think Azul has come to expect this too because he's like, yep, oh boy, I better prep for going up onto the front counter early. Between this and Barb, she often takes breaks at this anytime you guys come in.
Oh, she care.
She care, and want them to be happy. But yeah,
Gay.
ye, she's taken this boy and is like, okay, uh, so I know you guys don't. I know you said you've been doing your exercises, which is good. That's great. Been doing the breathe. Have you been did I tell you about those breathing exercises I've been doing anytime I'm stressed or feels like there's bees in the brain?
I don't believe so.
Mm. All right, come on. Well, and she's like kind of take you like, uh, kind of maybe like don't know, like relationship wise, if he'd be comfortable going up to the front stairs of the like to the upstairs area where Azul and Elaine live, or like to just like a nearby counter like table. Oh my god.
He wouldn't mind going upstairs. He trusts her.
All right. Oh
Also,
yeah.
she did
Good.
try something he could easily win in his mind.
Uh,
I don't know if actually, but in his mind.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Oh
She's also
no.
really fucking big, so like
Quinn's pride is truly his greatest fault, actually.
but yeah, she like takes him to like the upstairs apartment, and like there's some yoga mats rolled up. She's taken like them out and is just like, kind of rolling them out, laying them down flat on the ground, takes out another one, rolls it also flat down to the ground. All right, have a seat.
Okay. And gosh, that was such a teenager, okay. And he sits down on the mat.
All right. And she's just gonna lead him in like a couple of, breathing exercises, something to kind of like meditation, basically. So like, or basic steps to like towards meditation. Something to kind of, make it like, again, quiet the bees, so to speak.
Right to be. Let me roll a wisdom at advantage to see if that does help his overall stress levels go down. Because this
Yeah.
boy is constantly the equivalent of a high strung instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm so glad it's at advantage because that first one was a 5.
Oh no.
And that second one was a nat 1.
Oh my God. Uh
The dice really said he may try to lie his way out of this, but so he has currently a 24 on deception for the
oh God,
how
there's
well
no way
he's
she could
hiding
be.
it. Let me roll it at disadvantage considering how bad that was. Okay,
Yes,
18.
please. Okay. Please. Please.
Come on.
It's a D20. I don't think she's gonna get it. It's a D20 like -1 for insight. Like,
No, I'm
oh
looking
yes.
away. I'm looking
Whew.
away.
God, do we just want to let her have this?
I
Like,
say just let her have it.
it's like, oh
Mom
yeah, you
powers.
still got bees, don't you? Mom powers. Mom powers trump the dice. It's like, you still got the bees, don't you?
It's fine, Elaine.
Hmm. You know, when I was your age, I would say I'm fine all the time. And you know what? I wasn't. I just got people to say that so that they would stop asking.
He's giving you a look.
She kind of raises her eyebrows like, "Yeah."
Is this turning into some sort of therapy session?
No, 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 no. I'm no therapist. This
Okay.
is just a chat. This is just a chat. And if you're not okay, I want to see if there's anything I can do to help. I will.
I assure you, Elaine, if there was something you could help with, I'd ask it.
Well, that's fine then. But sometimes just talking about it can be helpful. I can't tell you how many times when I was younger and things got bad at my house, I would just come over to Azul's kitchen and just chat with him. I would end up screaming sometimes, just wanting to like get it all out of my system.
Quinn, who's
Never
suppressed
seemed to mind
everything into a nice little packed little box, trying to figure out how you do that.
though. Oh, honey. Yeah, I don't know how healthy it is, but like sometimes I'll just let out a good roar and it's like instant serotonin. You ever done one of those?
I don't think I really ever do.
Okay, I know we just did a breathing exercise, but do you want to try something fun?
Sure.
And she's like, let's do a roar. Let's do a roar. And she's like lets out a huge bellow. And for like, she's very big woman, very big, very loud. It kind of makes the tables, it makes the things in the living room comically rattle for a moment.
Quinn kind of blinks and then goes, "What about the people downstairs?"
Yeah, we soundproof this race for a reason. We, oh my god, we soundproof this place for a reason. It's fun.
Oh, okay.
Want to give it a go?
Uh, sure. And Quinn opens his mouth, and I love him so much. It's like, you, you know, you've seen The Lion King, right?
Yeah.
You know when Simba's trying to like roar at the hyenas,
Yeah.
or like the Fluttershy gif in the gallery. It's that energy. It's like deep breath.
Go.
Ah.
Okay. One, that was kind of cute. I know you're
Hey,
grown, but that was cute. And two, maybe a little bit more oomph in the actual voice. Okay, how about this? That's those. What about those cases you were on? You seemed a bit. Maybe you might be a mite bit stressed, or maybe you think one of them didn't end the way you wanted it, or something.
well,
Maybe
no
something felt
case ends the way
unfair.
you want it to.
Okay, let's try this again. Maybe not something on your case. Maybe you got in an argument with a friend or something. Maybe something like that. Maybe you had some. It ended in nasty feelings. Well, interesting.
His face does falter at that.
Oh boy. And she just kind of like raises her brows a bit. It's like, okay, so I won't ask you if you don't want me to, but hold on to that feeling. Now try again.
He kind of pauses before he does another scream, and this one has a bit more oomph. His voice does crack midway, though.
Oh, honey.
He's not
Okay, there you
used to
go.
this.
Oh,
The only time he ever screams is like whenever he's fighting, and it's a different kind of scream. It's an intimidation.
oh, it's not a letting some anger out scream.
No,
Yeah. Hmm. Elaine's gear, Elaine's gears are kind of turning, and it's like, okay, okay. Hmm. Let's try something different. How do you feel about sparring?
now
You
that
don't have to if you don't want to.
perks him
Oh,
up real fast.
okay then.
What? I like a good fight.
All right, we can do that. Now we're gonna just. How about we like? Now we're just gonna start with some basic punches, and she like gets out her. You ever done some boxing?
Uh, not really.
That's all right. And then she's just getting out some like very thick boxing gloves and kind of holding them out over her and putting them on. And she's like, punch into this, punch into the gloves, hang on to that feeling.
All right, let me roll to attack. That was a 13. So that is, yeah, I don't, yeah, he's automatically proficient. You're automatically proficient in hand. So that's a 16. No, what's his proficiency? Is he at +4? No, it's 17. So yeah, that definitely probably hits.
Oh yeah, no, she does a little like, oof, nice one, give it a go, and try to hit rapidly.
Okay, let me roll. I'm just going to roll once to see if he's able to do it because I'm not rolling like five
Oh no,
times.
oh yeah, she's not moving. She's just like, this is more like channeling the anger into the motions or channeling the emotions into the movement, so that sort of thing.
The rolls are more to see like is he able to actually stay on target?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because as someone who does do has done this, especially as a way of like releasing anger, you have to you can very easily miss the target.
And she's big, so yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hit her. He does
No,
manage though
yeah.
to get a good couple of blows into the thing in a little bit of a rapid speed.
Yeah.
You can tell he does this.
All right. There we go. And she's like just gonna, let him do it. And what do you think if we made Quinn roll a little whiz save?
Let's see. Let's see if that helped him. Oh, it did. That's an 18.
Nice, nice, nice. I was like, okay, way to go, you. How you feeling?
There's a soft sigh. Okay, that did help.
I told you, Mike. This helped again. Not to make this all about me. This helped me. This is another thing that helped me when I was little. Well, littler. And she like kind of. I was still pretty big, honestly. She kind of makes a gesture with her hand, like kind of like moving her hand to just a little bit above Quinn's head. Like that was probably her size when she was his age.
Well, I'm afraid this is as big as I'm getting, but
Who knows? Time will tell. I can
I'm
never keep
real
this stuff
kind.
growing. True, true, true. But hey, never want to never want to leave anything out. Who knows?
Who knows, I guess. I mean, my dad is a couple feet taller, so well, not a couple of feet, couple of the inches taller, so who knows? Maybe I'll get a couple inches more.
She's gonna roll another whiz save, another insight on that, even though her insight is shit.
Don't look at me, Fletch.
I mean, if he was a couple like feet taller, that would be probably Elaine's size. Oh, son of a bitch!
I'm looking away. Use use
Yeah.
use Aubrey. Use Aubrey. See if Aubrey's nicer.
All right. How do I do Ave then?
Exclamation point R and then the dice.
Exclamation point R. Okay. I mean, well, well.
Can there be any kindness towards poor Elaine?
No, not. She's supposed to be, I think, the dumb blonde. I think of the scenario.
Gosh, I love her
Uh,
so much.
all right, I'm gonna do real dice. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Please.
Oh, son of! It's a two. Why? Why? Why?
I'm rolling for you.
Please.
What?
Yeah, the dice. The dice say no. The dice say no. Wow.
I even rolled my real life dice and I got a 10. What is what is happening?
I don't know. She's just going to be dumb blonde about it, I guess. Dumb blonde because she looks like a banana. It's fine.
I love
Um,
her. Statistically, the dice are bullying her.
yeah, you know what? I think she's just going to be like, "Oh, you never mentioned your daddy. What's he like? He's handsome as you." And she makes a nudge and like tries to, egg him a little bit.
Okay. He gives a small laugh at that. Well, according to a lot of people and, well, my mom, yes.
They down you live with them?
Uh, just that.
Oh. Oh my god. I'm gonna do another insight just on with my regular dice because it's like she has experience at least in
Me
this.
dropping as many ways for an insight as possible.
Okay, you know what? It's a 16. Will that
We'll
take
take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll
Okay,
take it.
we'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it. It's
Oh my
above a
god.
15.
Rude. So very rude. And she's like, she kind of looks again, kind of is staring intently, putting some pieces together. Hmm.
What?
Ah, nothing, just thinking.
You're doing the face.
I I don't have a face. This is just my regular face. I don't know what you're talking about.
And he kind of shakes his head slightly at that with a small snort.
Are you? Listen, I know that you're grown and that you know, you can handle yourself, and I trust you to handle yourself, but well, are you safe? Do you feel safe? Cuz
I do, Elaine. Don't worry, okay?
okay, look, even big even big folks like me, we need help once in a while. And, there's no shame in asking for it.
Peck it. He had magical therapy. I'm overriding dice.
Wow. Dice are like they will have no connection, sir.
Dice voice. Suppress, suppress, suppress. I really, Elaine, it's all good, okay? It, I got people trying to help.
Well, I'm glad you do. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to feel loved. And that love shouldn't have any ifs attached to it. What's the word? Unconditional. Yeah, that's the one.
It's
There
his turn to
shouldn't be
insight.
any.
What is with the insights?
Oh God, what happened?
Oh my gosh. What is with the dice?
Well, you know what? It's funny you rolled that because she was about to give you a little bit of a snippet of insight. She's not emotionally constipated. So
I'm
yeah,
glad somebody
Quinn
here
might
is.
not know. Yeah, Quinn might not know what's going on, but she's gonna tell him. It's like, you know, Azul's my adopted daddy. You knew that, right?
I There's a small laugh. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even realize he was the dad to you.
No, yeah, we tend to argue sometimes. He lets me boss him around once in a while. I think he gets a kick out of it.
Hmm.
But nah, he actually worked for my blood family. He was the cook back then. I was Even when I was a little mite, only came up to about my knees. I was always following around trying to sneak food.
Always
Now
wanted
my
to work with food then?
I think a little part of me always did, but well, I didn't think I had a choice. See, my family had a very strict idea of what me and my baby and my big brother were allowed to do. We had to help the family. We had to protect the family, and we had to obey the family, no matter what. And well, well, kid, you've seen me. And she kind of makes a gesture to kind of like kind of turns and twists, and you see the stump of her tail. I used to be a lot stronger, and then one day me and my brother did something real stupid, and I got hurt. I got hurt real bad. The doc said I would never be as strong as I was back then. And I still ain't. And my family, they said, well, I disobeyed them. I was useless to them. I can't, if I couldn't protect the family, if I couldn't do what they needed doing, what use was I? So they threw me out. I was a little bit younger than you were, actually. Of course, the story's got a happy ending. Azul, he ended up like quitting that same day and taking me in. Didn't want anything to do with him at first. I was too proud. But eventually, eventually, we more warmed up to each other. He officially adopted me, and life's been good since then. I
Quinn is,
heard that dice roll.
yeah, you got the Quinn.
Oh no!
His deception is still keeping him like at a calm face. I'm not rolling for wisdom because I can tell emotionally how he's doing. He is handing me those emotions, but I was rolling to see how well he's keeping his face. He's still keeping that 17.
Oh baby. She
But
just kind of.
he
Oh, go ahead.
does, he does pause and go, "Are you glad that they kicked you out?"
At
Sorry,
the
I know
time,
that's probably really harsh bluntness
oh,
there.
don't worry. Oh, don't worry about it. It's been years, and I've been speaking to it with my therapist more times than I can count. But at the time, yeah, I didn't want to leave at first. I was scared. My whole life was, well, I based my whole life on what they wanted. I was proud of what they did. Well, maybe not proud. They definitely did some shady shit, let me tell you. And, but I was proud to be strong for them, proud to be able to protect my granny and my aunts and my uncles and man, my big brother. But eventually, I learned something important, something I should have learned a long time ago, something I hope that you already know. But if you don't, I'm happy to tell you. Do you know what that is?
He gives a small smile because I'm sorry, he does joke a bit when really stressed. How not to burn food?
Okay, smartass, not that. And she kind of gently, slowly but gently, kind of, like places a hand on his unlike wounded, like on the non-wounded arm, and gives it a gentle squeeze and rubs it with her thumb. Love should not come with strings attached. Love should just be, especially if you're a child. Especially if you're a child. My family should have never put that pressure on me. It wasn't okay. They never should have put that pressure on my brother or my cousins. Hell, my granny shouldn't have put that pressure on her kids. Love should just be, especially when you're little like that. You shouldn't have to earn it. Children should never have to earn that kind of love. And she's looking at him so intently. And anyone who says that a child has to earn it, they're not worth, they ain't worth shit.
There is a long moment of pause as he looks at you and kind of sighs. Yeah, I've been being told that a lot recently.
Well, it's true. You deserve love without strings attached, you nut. And she kind of takes his hand off your shoulder and kind of ruffles his hair a bit. Like,
He does give a little small laugh at that. Yeah, yeah. I'm realizing that.
I know it's easier said than done. Not to talk about myself all day, but it
It's
Azul told
been
me the same
helping.
thing. Azul told me the same thing I'm telling you right now, and it took me a while for it to finally sink in. I know it's hard. I mean, family's still family. You can't cut ties so easily, even if they don't treat you right. It's a hard thing to do, even when it's the right thing to do.
He gives a small nod.
I hope you have people that you can depend on like that. People who will love you no matter what full nonsense you get into.
I got one.
Oh,
Uh, and possibly more, but my mentor here, Minami,
hmm. Sounds like a good sort. But you know, you
he,
could add me to that number, right?
he kind of blinks at that.
That is true. And Barb, too, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't want to assume.
Well, I thought I was being obvious about it, but I guess not. But love with no strings attached. You're getting that with me, and I'm sure as hell betting you get that with Barb. And Azul, too, if he ever admits it.
He kind of blinks twice at that, and you could see him short circuiting slightly. Huh?
What? We're getting fond of you, kid.
But ah, me spec got my throat caught.
Oh, no.
But love?
Yeah. Look, I'll admit that I was a little bit out of practice when I was younger, and I know that it might not be the cool thing to, talk about this sort of thing when you're your age. And she makes a hand gesture like a turkey mom hand gesture. But yeah, we care about you. That's not going to change.
Huh. I see.
Does this kid need a hug? Is that what
Yeah.
needs to happen? Yeah, she just kind of opens her arms up a bit.
He kind of pauses before he slowly and cautiously walks forward and kind of buries his face.
She gently kind of cradles him in her arm, and she got big beefy arms, but it's nice. Not as warm as a Minami and Barb hug because lizard, but just as encompassing and just as safe. And yeah, her arms are strong, but they're gentle. If you pulled away, you get the feeling that with your crazy, insane insight, if you pulled away, you get the feeling she'd let you go, no questions asked. But she'll also hold you there as long as you need, and nothing will hurt you while you're being hugged by her. Kiku gives you feelings.
He is definitely slowly melting into the hug, kind of letting himself relax a bit more.
She kind of chuckles and, like, you know, rubs his head or rubs his back a bit and just holds him as long as he needs.
Elaine,
Yeah,
um, you said love shouldn't come with strings attached, right?
of course.
Does that mean you shouldn't do something you don't want to just to get someone you love happy?
Well, she kind of gives him a look. It's like, if someone is asking you to do something and you're only doing it to make you happy, well, to make them happy, I mean, well, I think someone who loves you without strings attached would understand if you told them you didn't want to do it. Have you told them that?
He kind of looks up at that when you say him and realizes, yeah, you've probably put it together.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wouldn't take it well.
Mm. She kind of hugs him a bit tighter.
He buries his face a bit more.
Do you feel safe saying no to him?
There's a pause before a very small shake of his head.
She kind of lets out a sigh because, fuck, I had that suspicion, but I hate that I'm right. And holds him a little bit tighter. Like maybe, like, if she holds him long enough, he, like, the dad can't find him. I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry you had to go through any of that. You shouldn't have had to.
Quinn's not
Anytime you
handing
need.
me anything besides just kind of staying as tight in that hug as he can.
Yeah, she's not letting go anytime soon. There might be another fire in the kitchen. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing is keeping Elaine from moving from the spot. She just kind of holds him tighter and says, and just keeps holding on to him. And she says eventually, is there anywhere safe you can go?
I got here in Inkwell. No, Dad keeps checking in on me.
Can he get you here?
Dad can go anywhere he wants. He wouldn't.
Oh,
He wouldn't. He wouldn't hurt me if that on purpose. If that's what you're worried about.
but he'd hurt someone else, I'm guessing.
Depends.
Hmm. Assholes with big egos tend to think they can do whatever they want to get what they want. Well, I don't know how much it would help, but I had to do some. She kind of tilts her, cocks her head, and kind of looks sheepish, like some less than legal things to get away from my family for good. Change up some paperwork and whatnot. The paperwork. But if I can do anything to help you, I will. If I can do anything to hide you from him, I will.
He gives a small laugh. Thanks, but I can't do that. I do have stuff I have to go back to there in Fort Sonoma.
Is it that thing you don't want to do?
Well, that and a thing I do want to do.
Hmm. Do you feel safe going back there? on your own.
Yeah. mm, Like I said, I know how to deal with him.
Oh, I know how to deal with my family too, and even then I still got hurt. Even though I knew how to deal with them, that didn't make the pain any less okay, physical or otherwise.
It. I'll try and figure out about the thing I don't want to do without. It's it's complicated.
Families often are, even when they aren't being assholes.
Yeah. Oh, but even if I do manage to miraculously get him to stop, eh, I am technically bound by contract to do it.
Oof. She kind of like she does say oof, and she makes a
Yeah,
face. Even
Fae contracts are not fun.
oh, honey,
I mean, it's not too bad of a thing. It, she's a nice girl.
sorry, what?
He kind of gives a weak laugh. I may be contractually bound to marry someone?
Huh? And that's the thing that you don't want to do, or the thing that you might want to do.
Oh, that's the thing I don't want to do.
Oh, hun. And she just like holds him tighter.
She's a sweet girl. I'll give her that.
You don't want to do it, hun. Have you tried? Have you tried talking to this girl? Maybe she is reluctant to do it too.
Yeah, but well, every time I've talked to her, I've seemed excited or like I want to do this.
That's a big step. And oftentimes those relationships are also based on love.
Well, I think
And
we
you
could love
don't.
each other.
Hmm, do you think that's fair to her? If you're faking it,
His
love with
gaze
strings
does fall
attached.
slightly.
Hmm, but there's different ways to have love with strings attached. This sounds like quite a few strings. A regular spider web, actually.
That's just politics for you.
Ugh, politics are gross. But relationships, while messy, should be mostly based on love, or at the very least, understanding. I think you should tell her if you feel safe. I think you should tell her in a safe place, first of all. Maybe away from your daddy. Um, could she come here at all? Would she come here if you wanted to talk?
She's visited some. I'm going back to Fort Sinan soon anyways. I can maybe try and pull her aside at some point.
You got people going with you?
No, it's quite the opposite actually. I need some time away from the stuff here.
Do you have anyone back home you could trust to watch your back?
Uh, I know one person possibly.
Well, if you haven't told that person already, maybe give him a letter, give them a heads up, let them know that you want them around, that you'll feel
Oh,
safe.
they'll be around very likely. They work at my dad's place.
Ah, guess sounds like me and Azul. Guess we're more alike than you think. And she squeezes you tighter.
He kind of
And
leans into it.
yeah, I think with your insane insight, the fact that you are more alike than you thought makes her a little worried. Oh boy.
Oopsie.
Oopsie doodle. Oh no. This boy has similar trauma.
Oh no. What are we gonna do?
Look, I'm not that skilled with magic things or anything like that, but maybe I can make you something, or Azul and I could get you something before you leave. You know, a little something to give you an extra boost of protection.
I Quinn debating on if he should say this or not.
She's just kind of holding him and waiting, like she's trying not to cry because, like, oh boy, this is a sensitive time.
How well can you do mind protection magic?
Oh boy, the eyebrows go up, and it's like, well, I'm a rogue myself. I can't do much, but Azula might have something. I'll look into it. How soon do you leave?
Uh, insert time. Technically, the return trip is the Druid's Rebirth return trip, but I don't know when the Druid's Rebirth is happening in the timeline.
No, yeah, just like insert time is like, okay, I'll get back to you before then, and I'll see what we can whip up. Mind protection magic, like specifically from Fae, or just mind protection magic in general?
Uh,
I know some people. I can look it up.
General.
General. All right. Well, I'll look into it. I know there's a few magic doodads that can do some protection, and know there's some spells as well. Sure, there's something we can use to keep you a little bit safe, keep a little bit more safe, because you deserve to feel safe, kid.
Thanks, Elaine.
Anytime. She's gonna just keep holding him
He's
as
not
long as he
leaving.
needs.
I'm sorry.
Well,
We're locked in a Disney hug. I'm afraid.
oh bless. Uh, hey, you know it'd be very funny.
What?
Uh, so what if like they were like that until the cafe closed, and Isil just comes up? It's like,
Holds that actually. I
man,
Hand's idea. Quinn fell asleep at some point too.
oh bless. Like yeah, they fall asleep. They're just kind of like curled up in a hug, and like Azul like comes up to the stairs to the apartment. Is like, oh, bad day. And like Elaine just kind of nods as she wakes up. It's like, yep, kids. Kid was in a similar situation. Kid was like me when you found me. And Azul just kind of lets out a breath and a curse, like, oh no. Do you know anything about magic? It's like, oh, a few things. It's like any mind protection things. I have some old contacts. I can give them a look. And just like, and like Elaine's like, do you think do you think I should wake him up? It's like, something tells me that boy has an actual proper night's sleep, and I just will let his roommate. What is this roommate name? And Elaine just says Minami, I think. We'll let Minami know that where he's at. And yeah, he is tucked into like um Elaine's like very large bed, and she sleeps on the couch, so like he can get a proper
Well,
night's sleep. Yeah,
stops even.
soft even. Yeah, and he gets a proper night's sleep.
Well, thank you, Dee Dee, for doing this FPS with me.
Doing it with me. This was so cute. I love Quinn. I love this emotionally constipated boy, and I fear for him.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you to all our current listeners and all our future listeners. I hope everyone has a wonderful time zone. Bye bye.